Oh, absolutely not. My hand will not go near it. I just want to make sure everything's being recorded. I want to make sure this is all within the law.
Yep.
I have no problem with you guys checking. Again, trust me, I don't. I understand you're doing your job. It's just this is the 5th time. It's getting a little absurd.
Yeah.
You know? It's almost harassment, guys.
Yep.
So, how you doing, officer? Can I have your name, sir? Please? Summers, Officer Summers. And your name, sir?
We have no right to touch him.
Your name, sir?
Officer Traub.
Thank you.
B as in boy.
Thank you. I appreciate your officer's cooperation. Sir. Officer, your department checked that and then handed me my firearm back. Officer, there is no, cite me the law that says I have to do that. Cite me the law. That's not true, officer. Your department checked this weapon and told me it was not valid to me and gave it back to me. What does that tell you? Right. Right. That's the ATF form. That's on them. I didn't fill out the ATF form. Officer, I do not consent of any searches of my person. I am not committing a crime at all. I am walking down the street. I'm not going to give you my name. I'm not committing a crime, sir. Do you have reasonable suspicion that I'm committing a crime right now? Well, you're in public, so there's no presumption of privacy, and you know that. So you're going to tell all these people to not listen? Are you going to tell everyone in the apartments to not listen? I should ask you guys that same thing again. This is the 5th time.
We're here to protect the public, all right? Okay.
Am I breaking the law?
We don't know. Are you?
No.
Are you a felon? Are you a convicted felon?
Not at all.
How do we know? How do we know that? I'm not a mind. First time I ever met you, sir.
I agree.
First time.
I agree. But what are you supposed to do when you see someone lawfully engaged in a lawful act?
You have to make sure that you have a lawful allowed to carry that. Number one, that you're not a convicted felon.
But that does not require a permit in the state of Pennsylvania, sir. That is not a reasonable.
It doesn't matter where you are. If you're a convicted felon, you cannot have a weapon on you.
But that is not. What are you guys going to run a background check on me? I'm pretty sure that's dealt by the Pennsylvania Instant Check System, sir.
I don't know that. How do I know that's an instant check back? Do you have any paperwork on the gun?
I don't need any. It's not required by law.
All right, listen. Let's see your ID.
Officer, I do not consent to any searches of my person or my property.
Dealt with it before. When a number of people call us saying you're carrying a firearm, we have to check it out.
I agree. It needs to be investigated, and you should be able to drive by me and see that if I was running down the street with my shirt off, with this in my hand, bucking it off at people, I would completely say you have a valid point. How do I know? I can go to... That does not matter, officer. Officer, I cannot do that. I do not consent to any searches of my person. I am not committing a crime. There is no reasonable, articulable suspicion that there is a crime being committed.
You have to provide your name, okay?
I'm not going to.
Well, you have to.
I'm not going to.
All right. For now, we're taking the gun. I want you to hit. We're taking control of the weapon until we figure out what's going on here. Is it loaded?
No, sir. There is a magazine in it, but there is no loading chamber.
All right.
I do not consent to any searches of my person or my property. That includes serial number searches of my weapon.
All right.
No, sir. I have a Leatherman on my belt on the other side. I don't want to give you guys a hard time. I really
Well,
don't.
then why didn't you just give us your name?
Because this is the 5th time I have been stopped for following the law.
Listen to me. People see you walking down the street with a gun.
I agree.
They have no idea. To them, that's a threat to them. They don't know you.
That does not constitute a reason to stop me. If I'm walking down the street wearing a Halloween mask and it scares people, that is not a reason to stop me, officer. You know that.
When you're carrying a handgun...
In a legal, lawful manner, in an open-carried holster. That's threatening?
You have to identify yourself.
No, you don't. I don't need identification to walk down the street. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do I need identification to walk down the street,
Listen,
sir?
I don't know you in the state of Pennsylvania. You
Is this
have
not
a
the...
firearm without, if you have a conviction of a felony, right?
Right, which is for the Pennsylvania Instant Check System to
How do I know if you have
determine.
a conviction for felony if I never dealt with you before?
That's not your position to do that.
It
What
is
do you stop?
absolutely my position.
Do you stop every single person you see to make sure they're not a felon? Do you stop every car that drives by to make sure they have a license? No, you do not.
If they have a firearm and somebody calls and says they're offended by a firearm,
Well, that's not. It's not the law to deal with someone being
If
offended.
you're legal to have it, then it's fine.
Right.
Is it
Which-
the law to give me a hard time?
It is the law that you
Is it
guys
the
should be
law to give
upholding.
me a hard time?
It's my right. I have the right to say these things, and you know that.
Well, you have the right to do anything you want. I have the right to protect myself.
I agree. You officers, again, I understand you guys are doing your job. I get that. Trust me, I do. I don't want to give you guys a hard time. I don't. But this is the 5th, 6th time on this same block.
Can I tell you what might even be better?
I've been held at gunpoint by your guys' department twice for something that I can't conceal carry because I heard what you said, officer. The only reason I don't conceal carry is because in this stupid state, I got charged with a marijuana bowl when I was 18. That is a prohibiting offense for life. I am forced to open carry, and I'm forced to deal with this BS every time. This is the 6th time I've been stopped. I have had firearms pulled on me for something that is completely lawful in our state. This is wrong, gentlemen. This is wrong. You should be following the Constitution. I get you have to do a job. There is no reasonable...
The president follows the Constitution.
The president doesn't follow the Well, there you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Isn't that sad? Turning into freaking Nazi Germany. You gentlemen know about the National Defense Authorization Act, don't you? But yet I'm the crazy one for walking down the street with a gun? Well, I am okay.
It would take us 5 seconds to check in.
To harass me.
Harass you, yeah. Just where I went to stand there. Hey,
Apparently. You guys know full well you could have rode right on by and there wouldn't have been any wrongdoing in that at all. Is there reasonable, articulable suspicion? What is the presumption of a crime? Can you cite the law, please? What was I doing wrong that made you think that I was committing a crime? Please tell me.
somebody said that you were and I never met you before. I don't know who you are.
So if you don't meet someone, that doesn't mean you can all of a sudden just stop them.
You go and you went around the corner and shot somebody and they said...
That could happen
saw
anyways.
An officer drive right past and give him a high five.
They should say good. They followed in the steps of the law.
And it's found out that you were a convicted felon
That doesn't matter.
and that the gun was stolen.
Me walking down
That'd be a problem, wouldn't it?
Me walking down the street does not constitute the needing to stop me. This is not Nazi Germany, gentlemen. How many police cruisers are here? 1, 2, 3,
Maybe 4.
4 officers.
Yep.
This is at least the 6th time, 7th time I've been stopped. All I wanted to do was walk down and grab some potatoes. I've got food cooking at my house, and I don't drive. And being that the shitty state that we live in, I'm forced to carry a firearm because, as you guys know, your response time's what? 8 minutes? You guys are responders. You guys respond to something that has already happened. You guys do not prevent crime. You respond to crime. Thank you. Do you have a problem with civilians being armed, sir?
Nope.
Thank you. Good. Do you, sir? A complete waste of my time. And yours. This is a waste of tax dollars. This is a waste of 4 police cruisers for someone following the law. For someone that is not your position to determine. You do not stop.
Well, we're going to find out.
Again, I ask, do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion that I am committing a crime of any sort?
Yes, I have no idea who you are.
That I don't need identification to walk down the street in America. This is not North Korea, sir.
All right, we got all your stuff. Give me your gun. We're holding the gun for our safety.
You're holding my firearm.
No, we're giving it back to you now.
Okay, I would freaking hope so.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Thank you.
When we're
Could you hand that to me locked open, please, sir?
When we're standing here, we're doing it for our safety, all right? But we're going to keep getting calls. You know what I mean?
That's what they keep telling me, and you should be telling the people on the phone, hey, what he's doing is not illegal.
Well, but we don't know that until we get here.
That's not up for you guys to determine. You don't stop every car that drives by and ask them if they have a driver's license, do you?
If I run your plate and it comes back suspended, yes,
If you run their plate. I'll try. I know you will, and you guys will fuck with me more. Well, if you weren't, you guys would have rolled right on by. Your commanding officer told me that you guys were going to be told about what to do when you acknowledge someone in the act of legal, lawful, open carry. I will be calling him. I have all of your names, and I will have a very strong discussion with that man because he lied to me.
No, we still have to stop it.
No, you do not. That is not.
We have to stop whenever
That is not a reason to stop someone. Following the law does not constitute a reason to stop me. Have a good day. I appreciate you being respectful, sir. I appreciate you guys not drawing guns on me. I really do. I appreciate you guys not pulling up and pulling guns on me. You guys have done that to me 3 times in public. You might not have. Your department has. Check into my name. Check my name. You'll see. I've filed tons of claims, officer. All right. You gentlemen have a good day.